Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to we're going to go with enlightening discussion, hopefully, another Minecraft discussion on all things well-being. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and it is my pleasure to have a chat with you today about all things Minecraft. Remember, the main theme is becoming the boss of your brain. This is how to live your very best life, at your very best high vibe, as your very best high vibe self, totally. So today's, I went a little different route today. It might be a little windy over here. We're going to give it a try anyway. There's a dog up that way. Probably friendly, but I don't know. Little G wants to go play with her, but we'll see what happens. Okay, and so today we are going to talk about cleaning your car. And you're probably like, where's she going with this? Oh my gosh, it's a well-being thing. It totally is, and it's one of the smaller ones. And it doesn't have to always be something huge to be life-changing. And also, anyone out there who knows me well is probably like, seriously? Because I am sort of the serial car slob. It's not my story anymore, though. That's my old story. Hopefully the wind isn't too much on the video. But my new story, I've been keeping up with this pretty well for the most part. And here's the reason that cleaning your car, I'm mostly talking about the inside, but the outside, if you can do that, that's like the sauce on the sundae, really. And so here's the thing. Clutter, closure, and control. And so the first thing, clutter, we know, like we've been talking about in different episodes of feng shui and what clutter does to the head. You know, clutter on the outside, as you know, causes clutter on the inside, and the reverse. Because think about people who hoard, and I'm not saying it with any kind of judgment, because I wouldn't do that. That's an outward example of what's going on the inside. So that doesn't have to be that extreme, but when we feel cluttered, our atmosphere is probably going to be cluttered too, our environment. And when we clear out the stuff in our closets and cars, our head feels freer. And I'll tell you, think about the amount of time many of us spend in a car. And if you're lucky enough to not have to do that, or blessed enough to not have to, whatever your word is, to do that, that's great. Good for you. If you have a brief commute, or if you work out of your home, that's excellent. I have about an hour and 10 minute commute one way. And I'm not complaining, because I'm not into complaining, for one. And for two, it's a gorgeous ride in. I've got, it's mostly beautiful farms, and when it's snow covered, it's amazing. When it's the fall, it's amazing. It's just amazing. And then eventually, when I kind of round the bend there, I'm looking at the Lake Champlain on the right and the Adirondack Mountains in New York, the other side. It's just very, very beautiful. However, think of it, being in your car, it's like being on it's like a good mattress or something. I don't know. Maybe that's a dumb analogy, but it should be important. That's the point I'm making, which makes sense. So I've been keeping up this for several months now in my almost new Jeep Oprah. My first Jeep's name was Aretha, two great women. But I found it's making such a difference. I used to have all kinds of teacups and, crumbs and various things I was snacking on. So this is what I've been doing. Once a week, I've been vacuuming it. This whole routine takes less than 15 minutes. Vacuuming it, that's the big deal. And then I also have this little plastic thing of Armor All wipes, kind of like baby wipes, only for a car. And I keep them in the back, also with a cloth. And I've been giving the dashboard a swipe after I vacuum it once a week, clearing out the cups and stuff. There's nothing in there but myself and my attaché for work, if that's the direction I'm going. Soon it'll be skis, but the whole point is, wow, small things like this can really do wonders for our head. And it can also be a mojo. It can also be a mojo for other things. Okay, so the clutter part, next C, closure. It's amazing when we clean a closet, finish writing a paper, finish a project at work, build something, whatever, or have closure also in a relationship, maybe that wasn't going so well, or like on the bigger side of things, like somebody dies, closure, all the way to cleaning a closet. I don't mean to have the magnitude of those the same, because they're not. The point is that closure is really important for the head. And so when we clean a car, it doesn't take super long, and the brain gets a dopamine fix. In fact, that's part of how Adderall works. It obviously is a focusing agent, and it also gives us a little, like a little lift when we finish a closet, finish a paper, whatever like that. And so the closure thing is a big deal. And think about how seemingly small it is to clean up a car. And remember, we're looking for progress, not perfection, even with cleaning a car. It just can be better. It can be better than it was. Even if you just clear out the teacups or coffee cups, that's a start. And the Armor All thing takes like 0.3 seconds, and wow, it just makes the dashboard look new, which is what you're looking at the whole way in, right? And also do the windows, that whole area. And it just doesn't take long. And so this is a closure thing that feels really, really good. And I'll tell you, I've noticed how good having a clean car going into campus has made me feel. And then lastly, okay, so we have clutter, closure, now control. So I remember doing this at St. Mike's when I didn't even know I was doing it, especially as a senior, my first senior year, my second senior year. And I remember, come here, little G, Giovanni, come here, come on. He's trying to go play with that dog, and I'm not sure those people want that, but he just loves everybody. He's like the welcome wagon for Vermont. Control is when I would maybe be in the weeds during finals or something. I'd have, 55 papers and 34 tests. Actually, I was pre-med, so I mostly tests. And also, I guess that's not, I had two. I also had psychology, so I had both. I did it both, never mind. Pre-med mostly tests and psychology mostly papers, and I had both of those going on. So I would, since when it got overwhelming and it was, due like in 10 minutes, I would go clean my car, not knowing what I was doing. Because I felt so out of control as far as everything I had to do, and felt just not in control of my life in that immediate moment. When I cleaned my car, spotless usually, and I'm no neat freak, not realizing psychologically what was going on, is I had gained control over something, even though it wasn't my academics. I gained control over a clean car, and this really did wonders for my head, because I immediately felt better about myself, even though I didn't check the box that needed to be checked. However, and here's the thing, the car, cleaning something as small as that takes 15 minutes, can also be a mojo for something else. Kind of like when you clean one room in the house and all of a sudden the room next to it looks like, ugh, and it kind of motivates us to clean the one next to it. Or even cleaning a closet might motivate us to clean the kitchen that's not even near the closet, that sort of thing. And so that is what happened. Once I checked one box that I gained control over, one little tiny part of my life, that gave me the juice to take on a paper. It really works. Clean your car should be like a new mantra. Just clean my car, because you can finish it, and the payoff is so good because it's your immediate environment for most of us when you're going to work or whatever you're doing, bringing kids all over the place or traveling, whatever. That immediate environment, our environment really affects us. Whether that's home, whether that's a dorm life at a college, not the roommate who matters, and the whole atmosphere matters, and what part of the room you're in matters. If you have a window, it matters. Well, that's not different with a car. So there we go. That is the mantra for another well-being strategy. Clean your car. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful woods in northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.